Everybody stop talking now. Attention. I told you, all of my critics, I told you all that I was the greatest of all time. When I beat Sonny Liston, I told you today I'm still the greatest of all time. Never again defeat me. Never again say that I'm going to be defeated. Never again make me the underdog.
All right, y'all. I'm convinced, man. I'm convinced something going down in the PBC. Something ain't right. It's been a lot of reports that the PBC is a sinking ship. And those reports could seemingly be right, especially given this interview. Shout out to Fight Hype they just gave to Floyd Mayweather. I got some audio I want you guys to listen to. But I'm kind of beside myself because it just didn't seem like the type of response that you would get from Floyd Mayweather. And what's more interesting, of course, the Canelo duck. This is a massive duck. Matter of fact, I don't know if you guys can remember when they first announced that Canelo Alvarez potentially is coming to the PBC for a 3-fight deal. I think we all felt like it was Canelo Alvarez attempt to stop the noise, get to the PBC, and fight David Benavidez, right? His attempt to because we've been screaming David Benavidez's name for a very long time. Why? Because most of us believe at 168 he's been the guy. He's been the guy to beat at 168 pounds. I don't think that's a secret. That's nobody's more accomplished at 68. Nobody's the bigger threat at 68. And that's what we've been screaming for a while now for Canelo Alvarez. So we all felt the 3-fight deal, Canelo inking that, was his attempt to get over there to fight David Benavidez. But I caught on to Canelo early. And I got receipts. Yeah. I sniffed it out early. And I was trying to tell y'all that there wasn't a guarantee that Canelo would be fighting David Benavidez and that it most likely wouldn't happen. Matter of fact, check this out from 7 months ago.
Jamal is prepared. If Canelo can defeat Jamal, they're saying, hey, or Jamel, they're saying, hey, Charlo brother number 2 gets to avenge that loss for Lil Bro. So that would be fight number 2 on the deal, and then maybe an Errol Spence. This is what they're insinuating, y'all. So David Benavidez potentially not even in the conversation in this 3-fight deal, which is ridiculous.
Now, that was me telling y'all what at the time what they were insinuating, right? What the potential lineup for Canelo Alvarez could be. And now fast forward several months later, we're now getting leaked news or we're getting leaked information that, in fact, the initial 3-fight deal for Canelo Alvarez was the Charlo brothers and Errol Spence. So, god damn it, I was right. Like I am often. I'm right majority of the damn time, to letting y'all know that. But I was right, man. They got my receipts right there, baby. You check it out on my page. Check it out on my channel. I was trying to tell y'all then that David Benavidez wasn't guaranteed. But we all felt because Canelo inked this 3-fight deal that, hey, this is his attempt to fight Benavidez, and all along, old Duck Nello never even... It was never even a part of the plans. That's the crazy thing. But check this out, man. You got to listen to this audio from Floyd Mayweather. This is the kicker.
On another hot topic that's kind of been buzzing lately, obviously, a guy that you faced and defeated, Canelo Alvarez. Obviously, his name has been in the headlines. There's been reports that he's parted ways with PBC. He's turned down this fight. He's turned down that fight. Now he could be possibly going to fight Berlanga or Munguia or something like that. Did you hear anything about what was going on with that? And if not, what are your thoughts on that?
I think a lot of times fighters got to do what's best for them. Mm-hmm. If Canelo feels that's the best thing for him, then you have to do what's best for you, because you the only one have to get in there, and you the only one have to live the decisions that you make.
Is that hard being in that type of, like, for example, like when obviously when you were still active, the face of boxing, the top dog, and you've got so many people calling you out.
It seems like I'm still a face of boxing, because they say my name is being brought up a lot from what everybody's telling me.
Very true. Very true. You might very well still be the face of boxing as much as people have been talking about you. But just being in that position when you are, also thinking about the business side of the sport, and, you're looking to maximize your revenue and take less punishment and do stuff like that. Is it difficult to be in the type of position that Canelo is in, when no matter what move you make, it's going to be scrutinized?
Well, I was in that same situation. Mm-hmm. Canelo didn't beat them world champions. I'm just going to say that he didn't beat those world champions by struggling. He clearly dominated a lot of those guys. Mm-hmm. And he tested his skills and went up to light heavyweight. I think he won a title. And then he had, I think he fought another guy at light heavyweight. Mm-hmm. And he came up short, but he's a Hall of Famer. He's a future Hall of Famer. A hell of a fighter. And everybody runs their business different. So I wish him nothing but the best.
So for guys like, say, a David Benavidez, who, was really wanting that big fight, and is just unable to get that big names. I mean, I know a very, very, very long time ago, it might be hard for you to remember, but I know in your career, there were some guys that you were calling out and they just didn't want to fight you. So someone in that position, do you just kind of give them the advice to just move on?
Well, David Benavidez keep beating fighter after fighter and champion after champion. Eventually, he'll be the man, and then everybody will want to fight him. This is how it works. So just like me, you have to wait your turn. Mm-hmm. And David Benavidez is a hell of a fighter. Just keep beating. All David has to do is keep going out there beating guys, staying focused, and then he'll be the guy.
Now, shout out Fight Hype for this Mayweather interview. And for me, getting this Mayweather interview, I'm thinking, all right, well, he's about to explain some things. He's about to explain exactly what transpired. Because if you're hearing it from Floyd Mayweather, that's almost like hearing it from Al Heyman. Why? Because Floyd told us several times, when you mention Al's name, you got to mention Floyd's name. When you mention the PBC, you got to mention Mayweather Promotions. He and Al Heyman are partners. So if anybody can clear anything up, it's Floyd Mayweather. Not only did he not clear up a damn thing in this interview, he actually sounds like he condones what Canelo Alvarez has done. Basically saying Canelo has to do what's best for him. Now, listen, we all know Floyd has been very vocal and very critical of Canelo Alvarez in the past. But because something, I believe, is internally going on with the PBC, we didn't get the normal, authentic Floyd Mayweather who speaks his mind and would have put everything out there on Front Street. Right? Because something's going on with the PBC. And this right here, this interview from Floyd Mayweather is allowing me to believe everything that's being said about the PBC, bro. I'm keeping it a buck. And the main thing that's being said is the fact that it's a sinking ship. But for Floyd not to come out and clear up anything that's transpired over the last several days, and to be cool with Canelo Alvarez not fighting the absolute best in David Benavidez, and saying that Canelo has to do what's best for him, instead of saying something to the effect of Canelo is ducking, Benavidez is the best, why don't you fight David Benavidez? These are all things he said in the past. He's already told us he felt like he's ducking David Benavidez. Why wouldn't you reiterate the same statements that you made several times before about Canelo ducking David Benavidez? Now all of a sudden it's about how Canelo Alvarez doing what's best for him. Now all of a sudden you cool? That's the answer you got for Canelo ducking? You cool with him? That's something ain't right, y'all. I'm telling you. Listen, mark this video, save this video. I'm right again. If you didn't have any indications before that something was going on internally with the PBC, something is critically going on with the PBC, Floyd Mayweather basically screamed it from the mountaintops in this interview. That's the way I feel. Floyd Mayweather told on him on the PBC in this video. So you guys let me know what you think, man. Floyd Mayweather's interview tells us absolutely nothing about anything that's transpired. And it seems like he's cool with Canelo ducking David Benavidez and not fighting the absolute best that 168 pounds has to offer. And the guy who's ranked #1 everywhere, pretty much, or #2, and his longest standing mandatory with the WBC now. That's all I got for y'all on this one, man. Big T.O. heavy bag. Talk to him, Roger. I mean, literally, really talk to him, Roger.
Most motherfuckers don't know shit about boxing.